Kartika. I'm from Indian Wedding Planners, and this is our web series where we are having a one-on-one conversation with the industry experts. And I've got somebody who's my favorite when it comes to anchoring. So I'm quickly going to start talking about her because it is very important. It's just coming out of me. She's an orator of distinguished reputation. She is a superwoman beyond imagination. Her comeback was difficult, but nothing could pull her down. She made her mark in the industry and won countless awards. To name a few, Nation Builder by India Today, Wow Live Artist of the Decade, and many more when it came to anchoring. As we sit here and discuss about the adaptation of digitalization, she, on the other hand, has already moderated virtual events from the past few weeks. Oh my God, she is versatile, she's vibrant, she's dynamic, she's spontaneous. And when she's up there, she completely rules the stage. But I have taken the opportunity to make her sit on the other side of the table and actually make her answer instead of questioning this time. So we have with us, she is the Ministry of Talk. She is Gitikka Ganju Dhar. And let me just add her to this conversation, please.
Hello.
Hi. You look so
Good
sweet.
evening. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I need to give me a second. And hello everyone up there. Everyone watching. Some of you have friends who joined. Hello.
Yes, wow.
Anji.
It already seems that you're taking over the stage. I was just telling everyone about how you take over the stage and rule it completely.
I do nothing of that sort. I just go up there and do my job. That's it.
I'm sure. Gitikka, 20 years of experience. That's a very long time. I'm sure you have seen the trends shifting over the years. Tell me, how was your journey? Bumpy or smooth?
So, till about 2008, it was smooth. Also, it was one-sided because I wasn't somebody who wanted to be an anchor. I call myself an accidental anchor very often. I got thrown into it and I learned to swim. So by 2008, I didn't want to host for some time because I was very burnt out. I went away and then I came back in 2013, I think. And yeah, so 2013, 14, 15, I'd say even till 16. Bumpy as hell. बहुत ही bumpy ride.
बताओ कुछ तो बताओ कैसे रहे bumps?
Yeah, back then when the bumps were happening, they were causing a bit of emotional grief also. You tend to get weighed down by the walls that you're standing facing. Because when I left in 2008, and I thought that whenever I want to come back and start working again, I can do it. aa jayenge. We'll see. Abhi I need to focus on some other stuff in my life. So, but when I came, it was like I had come back facing the Great Wall of China. And I had gotten married and, I had a child. I had put on a bit of weight. And I had lost complete touch with what was happening in my category in the industry. So when I came back, believe you me, ये जो कहते हैं ना कि out of sight is out of mind, ये बिल्कुल सही कहते हैं, especially हमारी category के बारे में. So nobody was even interested in replying to a phone call or replying to a mail. Forget meeting. It's taken me 3 to 4 years of very, very persistent, very, very sincere hard work. And I kept at it and I kept depending on the quality of my work. To sort of, break down people's defenses, break down people's fears of me being married and being a mom, break down people's conventional, stereotypical thinking, which we'll talk about later, and show people once again, remind them how important content was and what magic good delivery, good content, and skill can do on stage. It didn't happen overnight, yeah. It took me so many events and so much of hard work. And I think the amount of hard work I did from 2013 to 2016, I have never ever done in my whole career.
We have seen you growing.
Yeah,
we've only seen you growing.
It wasn't as fast as it should have been. I feel looking back, because now, of course, I'm very adept at, for me now, it's an assembly line. For me, I know, okay, 3 घंटे में मेरी script होएगी, 3 घंटे में we'll decide a costume, this is how we'll rehearse, this is how my, my tickets, it's already set now. But back then, my kid also was very young. She needed me around also. So I was also balancing, being a full-time hands-on mother. And then I was delivering. I'm telling you, ना मैंने उससे पहले कभी इतनी मेहनत करी और इतनी शिद्दत से और इतनी ऑनेस्टी से जितनी मैंने उन 3 सालों में मेहनत करी है, ना पहले उससे पहले करी है, मुझे नहीं लगता है मैं उसके बाद कभी कर पाऊंगी. So I think we saw that, and that started breaking barriers. And also because I said कि अच्छा अगर ये नहीं हो रहा है तो फिर कुछ तो मैं ही गलत कर रही होंगी. So I kind of wiped my plate clean. I relearned everything. मैंने जो उस टाइम के एंकर्स थे उनको देख के सीखा, इंटरनेशनल आर्टिस्ट से सीखा. I read up a lot. I updated myself in every sphere of anchoring. चाहे वो reading up है, चाहे content है, चाहे वो कपड़े है, the way you dress up, the way you market yourself. Social media was never a strong point of mine. I sort of brushed my skills up there also. So it all came together. And then slowly by 2016, I saw the walls beginning to break down. And अब तो ये है कि आज I think मैं हमेशा अपने दिल में accidental anchor हूँ. आज भी मैं I am a reluctant anchor only. मुझे आप छोड़ दो, I'll be happy sitting at home doing nothing, cleaning cupboards or whatever. I don't know, writing books. But God is very kind. I don't have to ask for work. It comes. Yeah. It just comes on its own, and I don't remember the last time I've asked for any project to be given to me. It comes, and I think as long as this continues, I'm thankful, I'm blessed.
So this hard work, and of course, how you perform is totally different. You work on content, right? So tell me something about content. Let's talk about that script that you prepare. When it comes to wedding events, no, it's usually कि आपको एक set cue sheet मिलती है कि कोई आके perform करेंगे, then they'll go. How important do you think is content when it comes to wedding events?
So content, I've launched a new company, by the way. It's called Ministry of Talk, Made in India, the full name of the company. And the tagline of that is content is queen. So normally हम कहते हैं content is king, right? So I've kind of changed it down and I said कि content is queen. मेरा ये मानना है, अब हम जिस एज में रहते हैं ना, उसमें आप कुछ भी करो, चाहे आप एक फिल्म बनाओ, चाहे आप एक टेलीविजन शो बनाओ, चाहे आप एक डिजिटल शो बनाओ, चाहे आप you make a radio show, or you go up there on live stage and do a show. Content is going to be the most important differentiator, I feel. ये वेडिंग के बारे में लोग क्यों कहते हैं, अरे यार क्या कंटेंट करना है वेडिंग में यार, बड़ा फेस्ट क्यों आया, क्यों पूछ रही हो who's the singer, क्यों पूछ रही हो family details, stop being pesty, I mean, whatever. But I get that a lot, but I continue being pesty, and so now people are used to me. They know that Gitikka will call a day or two in advance. She will take down the family name. She will understand family history. So I go through the entire process. I'll understand the family, the boy, girl, their love story, what the boy does, what the girl does, their likes, their dislikes, their favorite songs, where they met, what is their future dreams. I understand all of that. I understand their sensibility. I understand what should be said, what should not be said. And then once I've spoken with one member of the family, mostly I end up speaking with some lady in the family. We've already established a bond. I have heard the names. I've heard what, suppose it's Mrs. Sonu Nanda. I know what Sonu Nanda is called within the family. Is she called Bhabhi Ji or is she called something else? So I go into those feelings because on stage, once you have that basic info programmed here, then on stage in the moment, if Mrs. Sonu Nanda steps on stage, I'm not going to call her Mrs. Nanda. I know what to call her. I know what the family calls her. So I know, what kind of a lady she is. So I think preparation a little bit always goes a very long way. चाहे आप शादी कर रहे हो, चाहे आप corporate event कर रहे हो, चाहे आप government event कर रहे हो.
Correct.
Why disrespect wedding work so much by saying that you don't need to prep for it? That means somewhere you're very lightly, I think.
Correct.
एक्सटेम्पोर कोई भी कर सकता है. एक एंकर के लिए एक्सटेम्पोर करना सबसे आसान चीज होती है. You know, people say कि sometimes अच्छा करके ही कर पाएगी and all of that. And I listen to all of those nasty comments because I'm like, well, if you have nothing else to say, you will say something about me, right? कुछ तो लोग करेंगे. So
लोगों का काम है कहना.
हाँ, काम है कहना और हमारा काम है सुनना. इस कान से हट के निकाल देना. तो बताइए, अगर किसी एंकर ने स्क्रिप्ट लिखी है वेडिंग के लिए, वो उसी दिमाग से it's come from my head, in my words. I'm not. It's not like I'm a parrot or I'm saying somebody else's words. I'm saying my own words, my own intelligence, it's my own creativity. And if you tell me to do an extempo show, I can go out there and engage the crowd for 2 hours. What's the big deal?
Correct.
It's no big deal. There's no big deal in interacting, being free. What's the big deal? Everybody can do it. Everybody with a pea-sized brain can do it. So one cannot stress enough the importance of what you're saying. And I have done weddings. I have seen it. Families have come up to me and said, we've never heard this explanation of Mehendi, or we've never heard this explanation of Yagnopavi. And the way you did it, the words you used, people really like it. And the more you will give it out there at weddings, the more people will want it. So I'm like, and it's so creative. Yeah, there are no, weddings are like beauty, grandeur, history, culture. There's so much you can just
love story.
Yeah, शब्दों से आप कितना जादू कर सकते हैं weddings में. I feel sad कि anchors wedding को कई anchors जो है बहुत seriously नहीं लेते हैं. It's more about कि हमने बहुत अच्छा कपड़ा पहन लिया and we go out there and we scream and shout and we have energy. It's more than that.
But it is, I think वो presentation का ज़्यादा हो गया है instead of content now. But I have seen you experimenting with content, and which is commendable. I have read about Elements of Life, the musical that you did for one of the wedding functions. I would want you to tell us more about it, because I'm sure there are a lot of anchors also who are following us.
I would love to tell you about a lot of my friends say, hi everyone. So this musical will always remain very special to my heart. I'm telling you, जब किसी चीज के लिए बहुत मेहनत करते हो ना, तो वो भूलती नहीं है आपको.
Correct.
Remember, I went to the location 2 days before the musical was to be staged, and for 2 full days in different slots, I rehearsed for that musical. It was a wedding a musical staged a night before the wedding, mounted against the walls of the fort. So we had little jharokas on that wall, and it was mounted across that. There was like huge amount of technology projected onto that wall to make it look very beautiful. We had dancers, hundreds of dancers brought in from across the world and India too. Shravaks dancers were there, and then international dancers. And we had a thread, we had a story, and I was the Sutradhar who was speaking about each element. Intermingling between the dances and the presentations and the entire act. I was actually in heels running, and when you project on that wall, you got to keep that wall black. So the jharokas, the little balconies behind, and the staircases to those balconies were all pitch dark. And I remember we rehearsed with my knees had gone after those 3 days, because we were climbing in how many times. So the little stairs, in 40 seconds, I had to go from one jharoka to the other jharoka with that girl from On Cue behind me. She used to hold her torch light. I would reach there barely 2 seconds before I had to start. And then I had to catch my breath, and then bang, the spot would come onto me, and I would go, on the wall somewhere in a jharoka, and I would say my lines, and I would run to the next jharoka, run to the next jharoka, run to the next jharoka. And it was like some experience, but it was so beautiful. I can't tell you. When it's finished now, and my last shot was with Shamak, and we did a finale, and we started stepping down into the audience. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. There was silence. Silence. People were just looking at us.
Mesmerized.
Now, what have you guys just shown us? We have never seen something like this. So, ये सब weddings में होता है, होना चाहिए, कितना scope है, it's so beautiful.
और ऐसा कर सकते हैं अगर आप बहुत creative हो तो. It takes a lot of time to think about it.
लोग हैं, I think creative, everybody is fairly creative, or you can hire a creative consultant. True. Just takes a lot of effort.
Absolutely. Correct, you're right. What about Yagnopavit? You have acted in it. I want to know about that also.
So that happened in Bombay towards the end of last year. And he called me. There is a very special event I'm doing. It's a Marathi child's Yagnopavit. And we're doing a musical on it. So they actually staged the whole musical with the different stages of Yagnopavit and the significance of each stage. For example, the explanation of Gayatri Mantra. For example, Ganapati and Parvati and Shiv, their entire relationship. Little things, little musical acts were put together. And I was coming in between and stringing it all together. And I was dressed as a Marathi, a lady. And I was talking of those mythological stories, explaining Indian rituals and traditions. I was also using a bit of Marathi here and there. And it went off so beautifully, I'm telling you, so beautifully. At the end of it, everybody was like, this is why we did this event for our relatives, because they should, my Marathi culture and what you all did today here was so correct and so beautifully done that our little kids and the youngsters must have today understood something at least about the significance of Yagnopavit and all the traditions and the history and the culture behind it. So aise shows hote hain. But it's not just that I'm also doing these kind of specialized projects in weddings. I also get called in for Sangeets. So so a bit contrary to what people think about me, I'm quite a riot at Sangeet functions, and I have super fun. I'm like a atom bomb at a Sangeet, and I love doing that entire family, knitting those sequences, and I just end up having such fun with the families before each item and talking, laughing, gags, jokes. I sometimes join in and dance, and it's super funny. I really enjoy it. It's super fun.
I have seen you doing all of that.
Oh, you have? Really? Okay.
Yes, of course I've seen you doing all of that. Okay, tell me, any plans of having, if we get a chance to see Yagnopavit in Hindi, any plans of doing it in future?
It was in Hindi only.
Okay, so what about the Marathi rendition?
Yeah, they have recorded it. They have recorded it, and he did very sweetly promise me the recording. I think in a few weeks he will send it to me, because now everybody has time. But वो video का भी तो एक process होता है ना, कहाँ time होता है, you have to keep pushing me. So I pushed him a couple of times. He will give it to me. And I will, with his permission, I will create a lovely video and I'll put it out for sure.
Wow. So tell me, now that we have spoken about your experience and everything, do you see people preferring elder women, female anchors during their shows? Because celebrity hosts has become a trend now in weddings. So what should people keep in mind when they're choosing it? And why should people choose you, I would say?
So, when it comes to the question of elder women anchors, my first question to you and everybody watching is that how come this concern doesn't arise when there's an elder male anchor?
Okay.
There are a lot of male anchors out there who are doing very well. All due respect to all of them. They're all friends. But most of them are my age or probably a year or two elder to me. But why is my age as a woman so much of interest? It should, and you're saying that it doesn't have any time to work with me. Ask him how many times does he ask me to do a show for him? Abhi tak to nahi bola hai. You think I'll say no to you?
No.
No.
There are a lot of things that he's saying which I'll just not mention.
No, I think even today across the Indian wedding industry, unless the show is a very, very thematic show and it needs a lot of experience and probably needs an artistic bent of the anchor. Like, I'm an artist, I'm a dancer, I'm a singer, I'm a writer, I've learned Bharatanatyam, I've learned ballet. So there is a certain amount of that artistic bent that I bring on to that project, and that's how I can execute such projects. If that is not required, probably I do feel that people prefer to hire younger people, especially when it comes to girls, and to each their own. But I've also seen many families be very clear that they want someone who's experienced, who has the sense to know what needs to be said and what doesn't need to be said. Also, the way you will handle the crowd, because it's across different age groups. So there are people who do say that we need somebody more experienced. And I'm saying that you cast whoever you want on your project, but just cast them according to how they fit the project, not according to how young or old or glamorous or non-glamorous they are. That, I think, is very passé. You know, we need, like, corporates cast anchors, government casts anchors. I think it's time Wedding also gets up and says that they're going to cast anchors and not just blindly take anchors for very frivolous reasons that I don't really sort of agree with.
Correct. You're right. So what is your, like, what do you like doing more, acting or anchoring?
I didn't get you, or you broke a little bit there.
I'm sorry. I'm just asking, what do you like doing more, acting or anchoring?
Acting.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
You know, when I was a kid and I was in school, I wanted to be an actor.
Oh.
I just never had, you hear so much about the film world, and, you know, back then you used to hear lots of stuff. I was very naive and a very shy and a very underconfident child, and I was quiet, I was inwards. So I used to dream about it, but I knew I would never be able to go out there and do it. And I got a bit of a chance also in about, I think in the year 1998, there was a show that I did, which was my first show. And around that time, I got called in for auditioning for a very, very big film with a very, very big hero. And I remember I kind of chickened out of it, and I didn't go in. I just thought, oh my God, you know, the things I've heard, I can't handle such things. And I kind of walked away, and anchoring just came my way, and it fell into place.
Yeah.
But now, and I kept doing ads. Through these 20 years, I have kept in touch, and I've done one ad here, one ad here, one ad here, there.
I've seen Amazon Alexa.
Yeah. That was sweet. That was sweet. Yeah. Amazon was sweet. And now recently, I started sort of giving a bit more, you know, attention. Like, aside audition calls, basically, I won't respond to audition calls. And just luckily, out of the blue, you know, I got a call for the audition of this film, and I gave the audition, and I forgot about it because I was like, I'm not going to get this. You know, they must be such big artists vying for this role. I'm not going to get it. I gave it nicely. I gave it my best. And I went in there, I did a very natural job. That I act in a very natural way. I mean, I'm not overtly dramatic, or I'm very, very real. And I'm okay going without makeup, and I'm okay just being myself. So I did all of that. I went in, I did the audition, and landed the film. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, God. So I think right now, for me, that is more exciting, because as a person, for me, anything new is more exciting.
Correct.
I like new journeys. You know, for me, that is why it's also, and also I'm a bit of a naughty, I think. So I'm a bit of a drama queen. So me and my daughter are like, my daughter is like, Mama, please don't. I break out into a dance all the time at home. You know, we have a system that plays songs all the time. So if there's a song, like just the other day I was dancing on Masakali, and she's like, are you serious? You know, like, she going to tell my husband, see, she's again dancing, see.
By the way, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So I'm going to bring you back to the old days. So, you know, when it comes to salt and pepper look, it's very cool when it comes to men, but not so cool when it comes to women.
One sec. Someone saying, hi,
Sure.
Sushma, you're saying, true to what? I think to the daughter. Yeah, what were you saying?
I'm sure. I was just saying that, you know, when it comes to that salt and pepper look, it's cool when it comes to men, but not with women. Why is it so? How difficult, when you made a comeback, how difficult was it for you?
So I haven't kind of dyed my hair in the last few months because of the film I'm doing. So I'm doing okay. Wow. This is my real hair. So I'm okay right now. But I'm telling you, this is a very serious discussion.
Yeah.
This constant male gaze that is on women in media and entertainment in India, I would say, and in many parts of Asia too. It's kind of eased out in America and Europe, I feel. Though patriarchy exists there too. But it's very, very prevalent here in India. And somewhere women all the time need to live up to, youthfulness and glamour and their standards of beauty. It's so intellectually so defunct, I feel. I'm okay. I mean, in a few years, if I have white hair and if I'm cast on a corporate show that is launching a very snazzy product and that requires me to color my hair, I'll color it. But if I'm on a prime minister's show and if I have a few white strands of hair, it should be okay. So I think also as women, somewhere little, we all are making that change. And men really need to, women too actually, it's not just the men who in the deciding seats, even the women in the deciding seats have the same issues. I'm friends with so many of them now. So many people who I've heard have said things behind my back. And I remember, when I came back in 2013, and I know the people who said this, so today are very good friends of mine. Some of them were event managers, some of them were co-anchors. And I don't hold it against any one of them because life has been very kind to me. But I was called horrible stuff when I came back. I was called Moti, I was called Buddhi, I was called Auntie, I was called veteran. They were all, even the veteran was said with so much of sarcasm, and I've been kind of teased on stage. Jokes are cracked on me on my age, in person, in interviews, on stage. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because my take on it is initially I would get a little shocked that how are you? I mean, what? Where is your education? You can't say that. You're not supposed to think like that. But now I just say that you're saying the wrong thing. You're saying the politically wrong thing. You're thinking something that is not very fair. So it's you who needs to work on yourself. You want to call me whatever you want to call me. It doesn't change the work I do. It doesn't change where I am. It doesn't change where I will go. And your silliness doesn't really get to me. So I think people really need to grow up in our media and entertainment industry. And it's like this in the films also, by the way. It's like this in television also. So it's not just in our industry. But it's okay. Things will change.
I'm sure. I have got few questions from our guests here. 1 second. I'll just check.
Ritu sir is laughing. Ritu sir, आप हंस रहे हो ना इसपे? People actually used to say that, and I'm sure they still say it. Yeah, Vandana Vadera is out there, and I remember, even Vandana also would have many stories to say about this. Yes, boliye, boliye.
Okay, so tell me, I have Srijan Vadera sir asking you, tell us about your experience when you shared the stage with Mr. Modi.
Oh, experience when I share the stage with the Honorable Prime Minister. So I'm mostly trying to be in a Zen-like calm state because I know if I normally go without my cards and I don't have a teleprompter, so I'm all going from my head. I do keep my cards in the front in case I need to refer to them. So my state of mind is it's very clean, and I'm only saying that I should not make a mistake, and whatever lines I'm delivering should be that I do a very good job of throwing those lines into the audience or into the camera. At the same time, I have to not let it go beyond a certain level, because after me, the Prime Minister will speak, and his oration should be the best in the show. So by habit, as an orator, I can really sort of, push. But at such events, at government events, at protocol events, when you have different heads of state, you have to be very mindful of the fact that you cannot go out there and try and project your skill. You have to bring it down a little bit, put it down a little bit, just go in there, do an apt job, and take a back seat, because I'm not, and everything has to be done correctly. The protocol has to be correct. The timing has to be correct. So my state of mind is just that, oh God, let me not make a mistake, please. And let me focus. I keep hawk-like focus when I'm doing a show with him. And they was doing a show recently with him in Kolkata. And I was all prepped and ready and all that. And I was standing on the podium. And I thought that this is Kolkata and, they have a certain political fervor running in the city in Kolkata. So itni taaliyan shayad pata nahi bajengi, nahi bajengi. And so I was mentally ready for a bit of applause, and then I would start my opening. So sir walked onto stage, and the stage shook for 10 minutes with the amount of applause he got. And that just took my focus off. I'm like, oh my God, look at the applause. I mean, it went on and on and on and on. And that is where experience comes in play, because you're like, okay, Gitikka, focus back. You didn't get carried. You carried away in the moment. You're emotional. He's your prime minister. They're clapping for him. You want to clap along with them. You want to look at him. You want to smile. But you can't do all of that. So you just have to cut yourself off from everything and then focus on it. So yeah, these things happen when he's around. He's got an aura that is very, very powerful. So to sort of blank that aura out and keep doing your work takes practice.
So what do you do? What is that tip and trick that you want to share with the fellow anchors, just to keep your mind very focused when you're about to go on the stage?
I think everybody has their own process for that, and I think all anchors must be in any case focusing and concentrating. Because how will you be anchor first place? For me, it's just a matter of life and death every time. I take it to that point in my head where I'm like, boss, this can't go wrong. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So at that point in time, I'm not thinking about my kid at home. I know she's okay. I'm not thinking about how ill I am. I'm not thinking about what the agency has just said to me, which is not very fair. I'm not thinking about how I ran 1 kilometer in my heels, holding my sari up just half an hour back to reach here, how the SPG stopped me because my past had gone wrong. So I'm not thinking of anything. Everything is out of my head, and I'm like, I need to get this through.
Yeah.
Dekha jayega uske baad. So for me, it's extremely important. I'm like a child. I'm like a child. So somewhere I've always remained the child where I've said, this is what I'm doing right now, and this is life and death. So I need to really get this done very properly. I'm like a child. I'm not someone who goes in and on stage and takes a show lightly. I don't take an acting project lightly. If I'm writing an article, I won't take it lightly. That's my nature. So, yeah.
So I think from this conversation, I can correctly make out that hard work pays off sooner or later.
It sometimes does. Sometimes it doesn't. It also, I think, depends a lot on kismat.
Yeah.
It depends a lot on your destiny. And also I feel, people say कि बुरा मत करो किसी का तो आपके साथ अच्छा होगा. ये भी बड़ी अजीब एक बात है, because लोग बुरा भी करते हैं, they're still making it very big. So I don't think all of that really matters. It's your destiny. And of course, you can't be sitting on your backside waiting for your destiny to sort of take shape. You have to work hard. But ऐसा नहीं है कि हर बार जो मेहनत कर रहा है. I've seen so many people out there who work so hard, but it hasn't come together for them. And somewhere in my case, I feel I had a bit of everything. I was a bit of a okay package. So somehow it worked for me.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I truly believe I have a very long way to go in terms of my skill. I can do much, much, much better. And I'm sure in the years ahead, when the heels will come off and I won't have to wear horrible gowns and tight-fitting clothes, I'll probably be much freer a soul on stage. I'm the best in my element when I'm wearing my power suits. So that's where I'm
all out.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So much to learn, so many inspiring things. Let me just check for some questions if we have here. A lot of comments for you, beautiful woman Gitikka ji. You have done a fantastic job in WV Connect. You are beautiful. Undoubtedly, the Mr. Amitabh Bachchan of anchoring in events, exhibitions, conference industry. And that's huge. And like we said, Ritubhya said,
and Mr. Bachchan is, hi Shashi. Shashi, kaise ho? Kaam kab shuru ho raha hai? No, Amitabh Bachchan is my favorite artist, not actor.
Yeah.
But it is, if you have worked with him a couple of times, which most of us have in the industry, you will notice how that process of his work is so immaculate. It's the reason where he is today. I mean, the man works so hard. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gitikka, for this time. I hope we get another chance to speak to you and learn more about anchoring from you. Thank you so much for this conversation. Any last word for the viewers?
Last word for the viewers is we still have a few more weeks to go. I'd say we have at least a month and a half before things will even begin to seem normal in our lives. So until then, if you can, take care of the few poor out there. Take care of the people who work for you if you can. Chant, pray, meditate. Wait this out patiently. I am waiting for everything to, open up so we can again start shooting for the film that I'm doing with Amir Khan Productions. I'm really missing that the shooting has been postponed for now. So I hope that starts. So our dreams are all on hold, but this is happening for a reason. I believe in astrology, and Pluto is destroying to recreate, and we will emerge out of this, and we will walk into a better world. And hopefully all of us will learn our lessons and try and be better human beings and try and be better humans to the earth. Both.
Absolutely correct.
So I wish you all a lot of luck in the weeks ahead, and thank you, Indian wedding planners, for having me for this conversation. And thank you. You're very, very pretty, and you're very lovely to talk to.
Thank you so much, Gitikka.
Thank
you. You made my day. Thank you.
No, yeah, you made mine. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
All right. So thank you so much, and good night. Enjoy yourself.
Good night. Good night.
Bye.